an ex once told me that all of these girls out of the woodwork were reaching out to him once I broke up with him, right? Like, talking, like, about me, like, oh, I hated her. You know, what's funny is one of the girls, like, we went to high school together, and I just hated her. She was so mean. First of all, I was not even a popular kid, so I was very nice, band geek, very nice to all the girls, all the guys. Anyways, but one of the girls, she was always tagging me in random things for her business on Facebook because I had more followers than her. I don't really, and tell me, riddle me this. How do I have followers? I don't know. I'm not doing anything special. And I am nothing crazy to be watching on the internet. But here I am, and I had more followers than her, and she would tag me and all of this random stuff. And it annoys me when people do that. If you don't have a personal connection or interact with me on a daily basis, stop tagging me in your stuff so that all of your stuff spams my Facebook page. It's annoying. But anyways, she comes up to my ex when I've broken up with him, talking crap on me, how she doesn't like me, doesn't know what he saw in me, which is funny because I'm the one who broke up with him. And then I was like, ew, I'm gonna block her. Like, she always tags me and stuff, and I hate that. And anyway, so yeah, I blocked her. And another girl, the same thing. And he was like, do you know so-and-so? And I was like, I don't know so-and-so. And so I had to look up so-and-so, and I was like, I really don't recognize so-and-so from high school. But granted, high school was a long time ago. Yeah, that was over 15 years ago, probably. I don't know. And I was like, so she probably looks significantly different than what I remember in high school. And honestly, a lot of the high school stuff is just so old that I only really remember a few key people of my life in that era. And I was like, that's annoying, because like she's trying to hit on him too, which is normal. But like any girl who like waits for someone to break up with someone, even though I'm not interested in rekindling anything in that department with that person, is someone I end up removing from my Facebook anyway, because they are just waiting for the person I'm dating and to be available to try to take them, right? I'm not going to have anyone like that in my life. Like, that's evil behavior, so bye-bye. But so I remembered her profile picture, and I saw a friend request, and this was over 3 years ago. This is over 3 years ago that she was saying all this stuff, and I looked her up. I saw a Facebook friend request just now, and I was like, that name sounds familiar, and I think I know that this is the person who was saying that she didn't like who I was in high school, and I was just a terrible person in high school, blah, 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 blah. And sure enough, went to her Facebook, looked through a couple of her profile pictures just to see if any were recognizable. And sure enough, I remember the one that I saw just a couple of pictures back. And I'm like, that's her. I am not accepting that friend request. But I gotta say, all my haters always turn into fans, okay? Well, let's just make something clear. You might hate me one day, honey, but you love to watch and you love to follow. So might as well go ahead and try to friend request me, but I'm not going to accept your friend request. But you can follow my page, no problem there. You know what I mean? I don't really know. I don't really care who follows me. Also, I was just thinking about this because of Facebook's new update where it assumes you're a fan if you're lurking on someone's page, or you like, even if you're not their friend, and you're like stalking like your ex, or stalking like an ex-friend of yours, or whoever it might be. Facebook will give you a top fan badge if that person is a digital creator on Facebook, which is hilarious because it assumes you're a fan of them since you have been reaching out, looking at their page often, looking through their photos. And so it assumes you're a fan. And I'm like, but you are a fan. You just didn't even realize it. Because if you're going on there to check, even if it's just one time, sometimes it's just one time, guys, you gotta be careful. Businesses pages do that to me all the time, and I'm like, all right, I'll be your top fan. I don't care. But anyway, so I'm like, but usually if you're going out of your way to look up people on a daily basis, or like every other week or so, every now and then, you are a fan of them. You just are in denial. So I think it's funny that Facebook has that update, because people are kind of having to realize, oh, I might be a problem. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm the problem. Am I the villain? I'm not the villain. You know, that's fun. I firmly believe anyone who goes out of their way to talk about anyone who they went to high school with and like talk anything about their character in high school when they're a grown adult 15 years later, there's something wrong with you. There's something really wrong with you. There's been a lot of people, I mean, I guess I made a bigger splash than I even realized, because there's a lot of girls, let's just make it girls, who have said to men, some of the men are just men friends, you know what I mean? Like, nothing going on there, not an ex or anything like that, but they're getting ready to date this person, and like, I just have had to stop hanging out with a lot of my friends that were male, or like, if I ever did run into them and see them out and about, we just didn't take any pictures together because it caused issues in these girls that they were trying to date. And like, one of them was trying to date a girl. He was like, hey, this is my girlfriend, and he showed me a picture, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so cute, totally your type, I love it. Come to find out, she was telling him that she went to high school with me, and he's like, you don't know her? I was like, no, I don't know her at all. And he gave me her name, and I'm like, no, I don't know her at all. Well, sure enough, she was saying she went to high school with me and how she hated me because I was so-and-so. I was this and that. And I'm like, literally, I was a band geek. I was in drumline. I was in speech and debate. I was in drama. I didn't even date in high school. I didn't date any boys. I didn't even have my first kiss till like after I graduated high school. So there was no girl drama in that aspect, you know? Didn't hang out with the cool kids. I mean, I assume the girls who were the cool kids were kind of the mean ones who didn't like me, but I don't recognize any of these girls as the cool kids in my grade. So I'm like, I literally made such an impact on females that I do not even remember, and I was just this little geeky kid, and I literally did not look this cute in high school. My teeth were all messed up. I didn't get to fix them till I was an adult. I kind of blew up after high school. Like, I look so much better than I did in high school, 1,000,000,000%. I look so much better. I have so much more confidence. I'm literally aging backwards. I love my 30s. But yeah, that's that. I don't really know why I shared this, but I am. I'm sharing it. I'm not going to add you back as a friend because I know what you said about me. I know you actually don't like me and you're just waiting to take my man. And that comes up with one more point. Here's the deal, fellas. When girls start coming after you post breakup because now that you're not dating me, let's use that as an example, the girls that knew me but didn't actually ever know me, but the girls that knew me and hated me, blah 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 blah, well, now they're interested in you. Do you want to know why they're all trying to get with you? It's because you had someone like me standing by you. It meant that you probably have something that they want. Like, you probably are like someone worth having, you know? When you have a woman of value standing next to your side, right? Other women will find you valuable because there's got to be something that you're doing that landed her to stand beside you. But in their mind, they're like, you must be such an amazing man and she doesn't deserve you. You know what I mean? But it's actually, the reverse psychology is actually the truth. It's like they see a woman who they find to be of high value that they are kind of jealous of, and they see her standing next to this guy. Therefore, this guy must be high value and he must be something that they want to obtain because they're jealous of the female. But you know, girl brains don't, and guy brains, they don't kind of click their intentions together, their actions together. You know, when people get jealous, they just hate you instead. But it's and that's typically when there's been no interaction to cause any kind of bad reputation between each other. Usually that kind of reputation, when there's been no bad blood created or formed, is only based off of jealousy. And that jealousy is something that's hard for people to see and recognize, because then they'd have to look in the mirror of their own like insecurities and actually have to like work on glowing up within themselves as well. Because the glow up, yes, happened externally with me, but it happened more internally by not being afraid to look in the mirror of everything that I needed to grow from and become more confident in. And honestly, not having straight teeth and not having an amazing body and beautiful looks from the get-go really taught me how to love myself regardless of what I saw in the mirror, versus try to tear other people down when everything starts to change and I start to not like what I see in the mirror. It kind of went backwards for me because I was able to start to love myself when I wasn't the prettiest, and now that I feel even prettier on the outside, I'm glowing that and radiating that even more. And other women who are even more beautiful than me do not intimidate me. I love being around them, and I am just happy that they are being as successful as I am, because there's room in the world for both of us to glow even brighter. And we need more women supporting women, because there's enough out there trying to put us down. So don't let it get to your head that all these girls are interested in you now that you're free. You're free because she let you go, and these other girls are wanting you because they think that you have something that they want, because they want to be like her, the girl that was standing beside you. Just a little side note there. Honestly, I do love a full circle moment. God always shows you the weeds and weeds them out before they have the opportunity to get into your garden. So no friend requests accepted there. Toodaloo!